ay more liberal, o wag na sa liberal
Mm,
party, pero sabihin natin,
okay,
center
okay.
right, center left na gusto mo naman
Ah,
medyo due process, medyo rule of law, medyo hindi bastos yung president.
mm,
Sa tingin mo, how can you convince the other side of this equation to come along? Because Pinoy wouldn't be president if he didn't have enough massa support.
okay,
Vic
okay.
Soto wouldn't be the mayor if he didn't have massa support. So it's not like Lenny wouldn't be the vice president in 2016 kung walang massa support. So hindi totoo na Lenny or Aquino are just middle class.
Okay,
So how can they win back
okay.
sections of the masses?
So I don't know if my idea would be right or not, but I would suggest if I give an opportunity to say something to the opposition. So I think it was wrong for Lenny Robredo to focus on anti-poverty programs. They, the poor at the subsistence level, they are not majority of Philippine state anymore, Philippine nation anymore. 20 years ago, it could be good approach. But people have built better lives in the past 20 years. So hindi na angat na buhay. So what people want next? So people have built their lives with their sariling shikape. So they have built this. People are not kind of waiting for help from the government.
So
So
wala nang extreme poverty. It's more like angat trabaho, angat edukasyon,
angat
angat
na,
yung
umangat na.
yung bahay ko
Ah,
gusto ko lumaki pa lalo. So it's more of an aspirational middle class wanting to
yes,
make
yes.
poverty more developed than a desperately poor, destitute
Yes,
for
hindi na
handout.
lugaw. So
Yun na
disturbing
yun.
with lugaw it's not bad tactics. So lugaw, di ba? What people want is not lugaw, right? So people do not want kind of very detailed anti-poverty programs. People want something little bit more than that. So they should focus on emerging middle class or aspirational struggling poor. I don't know so how to describe. So these people, their parents could be poor, but they are somehow emerging. No, so these people.
So ito yung D na papunta na sa C at saka C na papuntang AB, di ba? Ang laki
Mm,
niyan eh. That's 70% already of your population. Sorry, your
yes,
voting base,
yes,
right?
yes,
Almost.
yeah,
So ang
yes,
laki niyan. Even if you get half of that,
yeah.
game over, you're gonna be the next president or senator. That's a very, very good point. I'm glad I raised this question kasi um, to be honest, ngayon kasi ako binabasha ko parati. I'm sure you have seen a lot of my na parang unfair daw kami sa opposition, binabash namin. Ang sabi ko, nakita natin sa pink movement ang laki nung yung desire for transformative change. But at the same time, you have to be organized, mobilized, but more importantly, dapat tugma yung mensahe dun sa gusto ng voters, hindi yung gusto mo para sa mga voters.
Mm,
As Hillary Clinton learned and put it later on after losing to Trump, you
mm,
meet the voters where they are. You don't
mm,
expect them to meet you where you want them to be. Di ba?
mm,
So ang
mm,
sinasabi mo ngayon is the right messaging for the good opposition, kasi may mga fake opposition din. And Duterte's are now opposition din,
yeah,
is offer them something more than just saving them from extreme poverty, right? Maybe
yeah,
a sense of national glory also, a bit of nationalism.
yeah, mm,
Malapit na tayo mag-first world, pero hindi
mm,
Marcos Maharlika Fund. It's like,
mm,
because Marcos does that, di ba? He offers
mm,
golden era, mga
mm,
charot na ganun.
mm,
How do you understand the Marcos one? How
mm.
does the Marcos propaganda work and doesn't work then?
Because it worked because Filipino now wants functioning state. So, kasi sariling sikap eh, di ba? So, kung mag-abroad ka, so sariling sikap eh. So, you have to handle all the risks, danger, baka ma-rape ka, ma-kidnap ka. So, you have to deal with these risks individual basis, no? So people want kind of functioning system which would care, which would protect you. So because clientelism is not no, loosening, right? And also so so my understanding is that Filipinos now want a system in which people's hard working are surely rewarded. That even though you are good people, no, you but you're hard working. So ano, di ba?
Gets ko
Yung
yan,
mga,
Wataru san.
di
Oo,
ba,
gets ko
nagets
yan.
mo? So, yung mga
Yeah.
magaling mag-discard sila, umaangat eh. Kasi, so, I don't know how to say it
No,
in
no, no,
English.
no, gets ko yan, Wataru-san. Ako, ang tanong ko lang dito is, paano naman yung diskurso ng corruption? Kasi sa pagka-intindi ko sa datos,
Mm,
malaki yung issue ng corruption yung end of the Arroyo admin, pero hindi na
mm,
siya malaking issue ng 2016 or recently. So sa
mm,
tingin ko, isa pa sa mga, hindi naman mali, pero sa tingin ko, yung opposition dapat gets nila na yung anti-corruption din, hindi siya mag-work as much as before. In a
mm,
sense na, I think there's a tolerance for corruption if it brings also economic growth. Kasi alam naman natin, corrupt din ang Japan before, corrupt din ang Korea, corrupt ang China, corrupt ang Malaysia. But there's growth. Thailand, during Thaksin, very corrupt, but fast growing. So I think yung moralistic, you used the term also moral politic, didn't you?
mm,
Yung moral politic,
mm,
yung dissented discourse,
mm,
feeling ko wala siyang masyadong resonance sa ano sa voters. Again, of course on a moral level I completely agree with the pink movement on that. But I think in terms of political strategy,
mm,
walang masyadong fertile ground for that discourse, no, Wataru, from you.
tama. It's a big question, no? So I don't have good answer why the anti-corruption discourses are not popular nowadays. I don't have good answer. But as I
What did your
repeat,
respondents tell you about the corruption issue? Yung mga
mm,
nakausap mo?
mm,
Halos wala. Like hindi sila
corruption would not be a kind of main topic. People
interesting. Hindi
don't
priority. Hindi
in
urgent.
the
Exactly.
priority. So the priority is playing the leveling the playing field, no? So dapat pantay-pantay opportunity. Dapat hindi pwede yung mga marunong sila lang maangat. Tayo yung hardworking people ganito lang. So no, so we have to be rewarded as well.
So
So
social mobility is more important than anti-corruption.
yes, yes, yes,
That's
yes.
a very good point, my friend. I think that's very important. So kung
Mm,
gusto mong manalo sa mga voters, especially itong DNC,
mm,
na majority ng voters,
mm.
you have to offer them a better life, not just
Yeah,
life, not only poverty alleviation or corruption.
yeah. Lenny camp is supported by middle class, but the camp is focused on anti-poverty programs. There's a big discrepancy between supporters and programs.
Yeah.
That was not good approach, I think.
Right. Kaya sabi ko, Wataru-san, ano bang pwede ko itanong sa'yo? Kasi maraming magbabash sa'yo after this interview. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure maraming natutuwa with your honest take and all. Wataru-san, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Mm,
Can you recommend some of your works here? How can people follow your works?
mm,
Follow you, your works and all, your research, what are you working on? And then if later you can email me some of them so that I can post dito sa links so friends and both academic and non-academic can check
mm,
your excellent work.
mm.
Wataru-san.
My papers are available on Academia Aid and ResearchGate. Not all of them, but most of them are uploaded, I think, so you can get freely. So,
ResearchGate.
yeah, ResearchGate. And my book, Moral Politics, is available from Ateneo University Press. Hope they still have some copies. And
And
it's also
affordable.
available from Lazada or Shopee, I think. And some people get illegally. I do not know how to get. So, yeah,
Thank
so.
you. So there are two books I recommend. One is Joseph Scali's, which is also
Mm,
published at Ateneo, aside from Cornell,
mm,
The Drama of Dictatorship, and then Wataru-san's Moral Politic. Buti nga binalik ko yung Moral Politic eh. And then obviously some of your works and all people can look at. I also recommend that forthcoming book by my good friend Lele Claudio from Berkeley, who
mm.
also has a fantastic book on the roots of the Philippines, weak industrial and trade
Yeah.
policy, and why the Philippines are
Yes.
developed. So
Mm.
thank you so much, Wataru-san. You're definitely among my favorite AFAMs.
Thank you so much. Pasensya na medyo naubos ko ang English ko sa huling parte, kaya hindi lumalabas ang English ko. So, pasensya na.
Ako naubos ang Tagalog ko sa'yo para mas magaling ang Tagalog mo sa amin
Hindi
eh.
ha.
Ang galing. Naglaing kayo in Ilocano. Next time you have to learn Ilocano. I'll teach you Ilocano.
Basit lang, basit. Basit.
Basit, basit lang. Well,
Basit.
you're the best man. Tumahan ka to. Thank you so much.
Agama na kunay. Agama na kunay.
You're a dangerous man. Baka mamaya ikaw, para spy ka rin, parang si Alice ko. Ang dami mo alam na languages.
Hindi ha, hindi ha.
Salamat
Gusto ko
kapatid.
maging Pilipino. Gusto ko maging Pilipino.
And we are more than happy to welcome you among us again. And next time, hopefully, sabi ni Lord De Vera, magsama na tayo. Doon tayo
Sige,
downtown.
pwede, pwede.
Tambay Kanto. Let's do a Kalye talk.
Pwede,
Next time.
pwede.
Pa-text na lang ako, Kapsat. Ay,
Basta,
kapatid. Sorry, nag-Ilocano ako, Kapsat. On that note, thank you very much. Tumagal.
Maraming salamat, Richard.
I guess
Thank you.